very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. To throw, Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Here's a diving catch right side. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Flushed out right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Quandre Diggs there defensively. Here's 2nd and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. Cook with a 1st down and much more. Room here to run. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 9. 61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 9th play now, this long opening drive. Can they cash it in on 3rd and goal?
Cook will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They pitch it out to Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
95 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And some space here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards. And that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
He was brought down by Blasson Austin.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Handoff comes to Cook. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's got his man, that's Hardman. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A give, this is Cook. He takes this down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Left side, Cook. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Running for it, here's Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They go play action with Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And that guy just keeps getting better. And I'm talking about Tyler Lockett, who just made that nice catch there for a 1st down. Now in his 7th season with Seattle, last year may have been his finest yet. And even 100 catches, many of them of the spectacular variety. Paired with DK Metcalf, a heck of a dynamic duo for the Seahawks.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for Seattle.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And it shouldn't come as any surprise that you say Adam Thielen made a catch, and it was for a first down. He comes off another solid season, over 900 yards receiving, one of the best route runners in the NFL.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Cousins now. Forced out to his left. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
They go play action. Cousins. Out to his left. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Touchdown, Vikings. John Ross in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it 21-8. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Running left, it's Barkley. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Left side complete to Lockett. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
They're going to run it with Barkley, and he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, it's Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cook.
And this will be a Vikings 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st down, it's Cook. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
174 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
On the give is Nwangwu.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Cousins gives way to Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A rough go there on 3rd down. A loss of 4.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Joseph's got it.
And that'll push the lead up to 8.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A handoff. Barkley running left. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Set him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Barkley a 1st down and more. And finally marked down at the 23. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A first down carry for Barkley. Open space inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Second down, Barkley, and not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That second down play nets a -4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a two-point conversion to tie it.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's two-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this two-point conversion. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the two-point conversion to tie the ball game. They'll try and run it in. And he will get in. The two-point conversion is good. And we may be on our way to overtime. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. That'll give them 8 that time. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play action now. Cousins steps away. Going deep downfield for Ross. And got his man complete. And finally he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A huge play there in overtime. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins sliding out of the pocket. Open man here is Conklin. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll run for it with Cook. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, I know put points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Vikings, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,